Okay, so this is Module 8 Web Apps. Pretty much for this programming project, we ended up creating an actual website that would be able to take the different information that a user will provide. So pretty much it would take the student ID, the month, day, and year that they was born, and display it in a certain format. It will also display a certain message that they want as well, and just to understand how we can use IntelliJ to actually create an actual website. Um, so as you can see, I first started with my greeting.java class. So pretty much what this was used for was it just held all the data that the user would input within a greeting form. So this is the first website that would first be displayed, and this is the site that will ask for all the information for the user, well, from the user. So as you can see, we have our private long variable student ID. We use this because the to allow for a longer ID for the person to enter. We also have the month, day, and year as well that the user will be able to enter for their birthday. And this right here will be the message that the user will input, which can pretty much just read anything. And right here, I utilize an empty constructor, so that way once I actually do the greeting controller class, I wouldn't have to use a lot of setter methods. So pretty much what this would just do is remove the need for a lot of the potential setter methods that could have been used for the greeting controller class right here. We also have an actual constructor right here. Um, and once again, that's pretty much just explaining what I just said. So pretty much not having to use multiple setters within a greeting controller class. And once again, we have our student ID, month, day, year, and the content. And we also have our getters and setters here as well. So we have each of those, the get and then the setter method following right after. And then pretty much right here, this is just what was used in order to actually display the month, day, and the year that the user enters. And pretty much it's going to be in this format right here. So the 2 days, well, the month. So if you was born on if the date you inputted was February, which is the second month of the year, it pretty much is going to have to just have a 0 before it and then a 2. And obviously there's 12 months. So if it's a 10 or 11th or 12th month, then you can just obviously put those in. But that's pretty much how this is set. So if even the same way if he was born on a day. So for me personally, I was born on the 6th. So for me, I would have to put 0 first and then the 6th and then just the year. So this is pretty much just saying that the formatting, so that way that it's always reads at least 2 digits and it must have 2 digits. And this is used so that way for the year portion, so that way it at least has 4 digits for the year. And then moving on to the actual other class, our greeting controller. Pretty much what this is just doing is this is a class that's utilized in order to actually process the data that was once submitted. So this is going to be pretty much processing everything that a user already gave it. So as you can see right here, we have our portion right here that will handle the get request to greeting, and it will return a name template to the render. So pretty much this is just going to be displayed within it, within the actual site. We also have this portion right here. So it's going to handle the get that was provided, and then it's going to read the form fields and validate the date, and it's going to pass the greeting object to the result page. So all of this is going to be displayed once this been read through and validated. Then it's also going to display on the second page, which is going to show all the data that the user inputted. And this right here is just used to actually make sure that the date that the user inputted is valid. And it's going to it's going to utilize a try catch method as well in order to make sure that it's an actual valid calendar date. And if it isn't, if the user didn't input a proper date, then the date error is going to be displayed, and then it's also going to say please enter a valid calendar date in order for them to understand why whatever they put wasn't valid. And then once again, this is just the error message to and redisplay the form, and then it's going to return back to the form. So pretty much returning them back to where they first started. And then this section right here is just so if the user actually did input a valid date, then this is going to be created into an object. So pretty much they took the raw data that the user inputted, and then once it's been proven to be valid, then it's going to take that, make its own object, and then give that to the result page. And then right here is just the render for the result HTML. And then for the actual website portion, so the HTML is the actual setup of the website and how it's going to be. So for this part, I have the greeting, which is the first page that's going to be shown to the user. And then I also have the result page as well, as you can see right here. And pretty much this was just utilized to actually create the way that it's going to look for the actual website. So as you can see, we have our base style and the background that is going to be utilized. So the different fonts that's going to be used for the text, and as well as the actual coloring for the background as well. Right here, as once the actual thing has been loaded, you will be able to actually see the top banner has been created as well. So it's going to have this portion right here. The header size for the actual writing being make sure that it's fit between 30 to 34 sizing. Pretty much this is just a white card that holds the actual form for it, as you can see. So this is just another part of actually setting it up. The labels and the inputs as well. So this is going to be the actual setup for that portion as well. And this right here is just going to, I wanted to change the actual way that it looks for when they input their data. So once you're able to see the actual website, the writing that's already set on the website is going to be in a certain font size, but once you type in your actual values, then it's going to be shown differently to better determine like which ones was user inputted and what was actually already on the website. We also have the layout right here on one row, so we're making sure that the month, day, and the year are all set onto one actual row. And pretty much right here is the buttons aspect. So this is the buttons is pretty much just the actual things that you're clicking, and so we have a clear date, we have a clear portion, and we also have on to the a restart. Well, we have the clear to restart, and then we also have the submit portion as well in order to move to the next page. And then once again, we have our error message right here, just in case there is a certain invalid date that was entered by the user. And then this right here is just a shared banner. So this is going to be what's displayed at the very top. So it's going to have my name right here, and then the COP 3330 project 8 and the greeting. So this is going to be displayed for the first page. It's also going to have the emphasized message as well. So pretty much what I ended up doing was making sure that I just wanted to say ensure that you enter your student ID, the date, and a message below, so that they can input whatever message they want to, but this will always be displayed for the actual website. And then once again, date validation error if there is one. So this is going to be displayed, which was created within the previous Java class files. And then once again, this is just okay. That's weird. As you can see, this is just the form and the student ID as well, and making sure that it's set up in a certain format. And then once again, setting up the date row so that way it's making sure that it's actually set up in a certain format as well. And then the message portion as well. So what will be displayed, and then the buttons. So once again, this is just pretty much explaining what was mentioned earlier in terms of what the buttons is and how it works. So when submit is clicked, the form is sent to the URL, which is going to display the results portion, which will be shown next. And then once you're in the actual results portion and you click reset, then it's pretty much going to clear all the data that was previously entered by the user, and then go back to the greetings page to where they can input whatever they want to once again. And then as you can see, This is just the result HTML right here. So this is just going to be the second page that's going to be shown after the greetings page. So once again, we're having the same banner as the greetings page, but this time we changed the header size for this portion. Have a label value, user value, and once again, the share banner that's also going to be displayed. So this is going to be displayed on the second portion as well. And then right here, this is going to be the message that the user decided to input. Well, this is going to be the message. Yeah. So this is going to be showing that here's the data that you entered, and then it's going to show all the data that the user had inputted. And then this is pretty much just going to show them. So this is going to actually take the value that the user entered and then display it within the actual website. And the same thing for the date that they showed as well, which n is going to be in a certain format right here, as you can see. And you also have a message displays as well. So this is going to be the message that the user decided to input. And the backlink is pretty much just in order to go back and redo the entire process. So when going to the actual, okay, and to actually show it, so we're going to first compile the project. Just to make sure that everything is working smoothly. Boom. Okay. So now, for the actual showing of the website that was created, okay, so this was the actual website that was created. So as you can see, we have the banner up here. My name, COP3330, Project 8, and their greeting page. It's also saying to ensure that you enter your student ID, the date, and the message below. So I'm gonna just put yeah, so I'm gonna just put a random student ID. I can put today's date, so any year, and then a message. Okay, and then once you enter data, this is now just going to show exactly what was inputted. So once, as you can see, here's the data that you entered, the student ID, the same one that I entered, the date, so today's date, and the month, day, and year format, and then the message that was that I decided to input. And then pretty much once you click submit another message, it just takes you back to this. It clears all the data that was previously stored to show the previous page, and you just restart. And that is my project.